Hey, what's up, folks? It's your man, Mastermind. You see, I got the fresh cut, and we got a great show today. Thank you. You know what it is. It's Tuesday. You know what happens on Tuesday. Your new favorite podcast that's secretly a late night talk show goes live at 8 p.m. every week. Hey, look, tonight's no different. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put a little more spice on tonight's episode. If you are an indie artist, this episode is for you. If you know someone that's an indie artist, this episode is for you and them. If you like indie music and you know indie artists, pass them a message. Let them know they need to be tapped in to tune in to the indie show, All Things Indie, tonight. Why? Because Jesse Flores, he is the vice president of artists and label partnerships over at Intercept Music. That's right. Jesse Flores is in the building with us. If you're an independent artist that ever wanted to chop it up with a label exec, tonight is the night. And then we have all the other stuff. We'll be the judge of that. We got a man, battle rapper D Future, coming back for his second chance. You know what I'm saying? Not second chance, but his, he got his second competition. He got two new independent artists that's trying to knock him off his block. Also, somebody can win my money in mastermind games. It's going to be a great show. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to laugh. You're going to do all the same things you usually do. And my God, Jesse is going to drop some nuggets. So get in the chat, because the chat is where it's at. Big shout out to my Facebook people. Oh, YouTube, what's good? And the Twitch people. It's going down in a major way. Sit back, relax. It's time for the indie show. Play my theme music, man.
It's the indie show, home for all things indie, with Mastermind and JS1, city to city, coast to coast. They doing it Tuesday night, 8 p.m. BVCLife.com, so tune in. Showcasing the hardest indie artists around, spotlighting and hyping entrepreneurial style with a twist. Elevator, bitch. New phone, who this is Logic with the hit. Hashtag Mastermind Games next on the list. If you're feeling this chef kiss, no doubt throw a fist. Like, share, subscribe to this, we don't miss. This food for thought right here, come get a dish. It's the indie show, what y'all don't know, thought I told you before. It's the indie show, it's the indie show, what y'all don't know, thought I told you before. It's the indie show, it's the indie show, what y'all don't know, thought I told you before. It's the indie show, it's the indie show, what y'all don't know, thought I told you before. It's the indie show, now let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go. Hey, one time for your mind, two times to move your spine. It's the hip hop and show stopping, fat phone dropping, mass up the wheels of steel. It's your man, Mastermind, and you are tuned in to your new favorite podcast that's secretly a late night talk show. It's the indie show, All Things Indie. Thank you all for tuning in. We're going to have ourselves some fun. All right. Let's go ahead and get this. It's a lot of people going to be on. It's a lot of stuff going on. I'm excited to have our guests on tonight. So let's keep this train moving. You know what it is. It's time for One Time for Your Mind.
One time for your mind.
So check this out. There is this special mental condition that gives you goosebumps while listening to music. Have you ever experienced that? It's called frisson, Frison. All right. And frisson, some people like to call it like a skin orgasm. It's you get a sudden chill or wave of goosebumps when music hits you deeply. You know what I'm saying? And it happens when the dopamine floods your brain to an unexpected moment in the song. Usually occurs during a powerful chorus, a silence before a beat drop, or emotional lyrics that strike your soul. Studies suggest only 55% of the people out there experience that. Are you one of those people? Have you ever experienced first? These people are highly empathic, open to new experiences, deeply emotional, and are sensitive to art. Now ask yourself, are you a person that experienced friction? I don't know. Sometimes I experience that when I'm hearing songs on this very show. Indie music has the ability to do that for you and to you. Like, think about it. You think you have to be a major artist for your goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps right now just thinking about it. Woo! Man, it's the indie show. And that was One Time for Your Mind. All right. We're going to keep this train going. And it's time for Hello Neighbor.
A beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor.
And hello, neighbor. I need to shout out to people that be rocking with us, everybody that's in the chat room. First of all, I want to shout out to Guns out there on the West Coast. Thank you so much for tapping in, my friend. It's going down in a major way. Thank you so much for tuning in, sir. I also want to my condolences to the Robert Redford family. I found out this morning that he had passed away. So, as an actor myself, I had to do a moment of silence. So, one of the things he's really outside of his acting, he created the Sundance Film Festival. So, big shout outs to Robert Redford. Big shout outs to Maul Smith out there in the chat. I appreciate it. Remember, people, it's super interactive. You get in the chat, we're gonna make you famous, and it's a lot of fun because the crazier it gets in the chat, the more fun I'm having out here. I want to wish a happy birthday to Perry Carter. We've been rocking and showing him so much love ever since his accident. He is walking slowly but surely. He is getting stronger and better. Big shout outs to Guns, RC, and Heath for always being by his side while he has been recuperating. God bless. And we got to wish a happy birthday to Chief Elder, who will be on the show next week. So big happy birthday to Chief Elder. Also, please like, subscribe, and follow the Indie Show on all the major streaming platforms. Also, show love to VBC Life on YouTube. Subscribe. Come on, man. Show us some love. And give me some likes and 5 stars and everything, because you know how we do. We always have ourselves a great time. All right. Dotted I's, cross T's. We're done with that. Let's keep this train moving. What is next? Oh, it's time for Previously On.
Previously on Ready to Die.
We're sending you back to the future. Okay, all right.
Man, oh man, oh man. Last week's show was hilarious. We had Jay Cozy on the show. It was cool enough that is a filmmaker and he has some bootleg Trek and some stuff that he has on the internet as well. But this man, he's a man of many voices, which was a surprise to me because when he started breaking down different voices, I was like, what is going on? But it was hilarious. Anyway, after this, go back tomorrow, later on tonight, rewatch last week's episode. It was a good one. JS, play last week's clip.
Yes, sir.
Do you name your vehicles? And give me an impression when you answer this question.
Here's the thing, people. First of all, Kevin Hart here. Too much pressure. Too much pressure. I'm here on the indie show, and I swear to God, boom, bop, bam, boom, bop. Too much pressure. Or Obama. I want to say I'm really happy to be here on the indie show. I appreciate all of you chiming in on the comments. Don't tell Michelle I'm here because I'm supposed to be with her.
Get cozy. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. So anyway, we're moving on to our very next segment, and it is Mastermind's new song of the day. So it is a world premiere on the indie.
World premiere.
One of our favorite people, Millennial. I mean, when we say independent, we mean independent. He is doing this on his own, on his spare time, whenever he can get it in. He says he has more songs in the trunk than Tupac. And I believe it because he's about to start releasing music left and right. He's finally got his mind right, time right, and it's going down. This is a song we wanted to play a couple of episodes ago, didn't get an opportunity. So now, world premiere, Millennial.
If I love you, this for you. And if you love me, then it's proof. Yeah.
This my letter to my sister, my letter to my brother. Stay on top of your business, let no hater put you under. We been through hell of trauma in our past life. At night I keep having visions of our sister in that crash site. Like a link to a crime video, it was a sad sight. Living but we dying pretty slow amongst the fast life. Even though it happened years ago, it feel like last night. Even so I knew we would win like a bag fight. The game on lock, I had to read it, them Miranda rights. I'm fabulous, so I'm off the floor with you like a Spanish wife. I'm the rare breed, like have you ever seen a panther white? Ain't too many questions left, I gotta get these answers right. You test me like it's standardized, but I never had standardized. Funny how you stress the truth, but I never expanded lies. Shining like the sun, you got too close, now you got tanning lines. I'm not alone, I got family ties. This my letter to my loved one. It don't matter where you are, whether near, whether far. It don't matter where you come from. It don't matter where you come from. This my letter to my loved one. We may not talk every day, cause I'm grinding on the low. But I apologize, I'm just trying to let you know everybody loves someone. This my letter to my loved one. This my letter to my mom, my letter to my daddy, my letter to my aunties and my uncles and my granny. I'm battling some things, but I still smile when I come through. I'm getting it, plus I'm independent, so I keep it humble. This my letter to my friends, my letter to my cousins. The devil might be pulling us, but we gon' keep it pushed. Kia, keep your head up. Kira and KK do the same. Mari lost his baby, we gon' make it through the rain. It's my letter to the ones that we lost. I'm sipping ounces too. Seldom do I drink, but when I do, I pour one out for you. Alcohol is spirit, so your soul know how liquor tastes. Sip until I feel away, but I can't get away. It's my letter to myself. You know I love you, I ain't perfect, but I've been out here searching for my purpose. Yeah, and when I find it, I'll come back and let you know about what I found. Pain scribbled in my mind. These the words I jotted down. It's my letter to my loved one. It don't matter where you are, whether near, whether far. It don't matter where you come from. It don't matter where you come from. It's my letter to my loved one. We may not talk every day, cause I'm grinding on the low. But I apologize, I'm just trying to let you know everybody loves someone. It's my letter to my loved one.
Yeah. World premiere. That's what I'm talking about. Big shout outs to hey, look who's in the building. Grind hard, never sleeps in the building. They said that is dope. I appreciate you for tapping in. Spread the word. We need everybody tuned in and tapped in. It's going to be a great one tonight. All right. It's time to introduce my guest. My guest is the Vice President of Artists and Label Partnerships for Intercept Music. But what does that mean? Well, we've got one way to find out. Let's see. Step one,
Good. Oh, step one is play the video. Gotcha.
Intercept emancipates. Royalty revolutionaries. Keep 100% of your shit. Your shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, put your hands together for the one and only Jesse Flores.
What's going on, good people? Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, thank you for rocking with us tonight. How you doing, sir?
I'm blessed, man. How are you?
I'm good, very good, sir. It's good talking to you. Okay, so before we even get started, all right, your title, Vice President of Art, of Artists and Label Partnerships. Break it down. What does that mean?
So, as a distribution company, we work mainly with independent artists and independent labels. So, it's a partnership. We are here to be your strategic growth partner, not just a distributor to take your music and deliver it from A to B. We want to help you grow your business. We want to help you with a release strategy, help you out with marketing plans, marketing suggestions, advertising, the whole gambit. I mean, we're there for you guys. We want to, if you're successful, we successful. So that's all a big part of the plan.
I got you. And adjust your mic. You went muffled for a little bit, and we don't want to lose you because we know you're gonna be dropping some gems tonight. You ready to rock and roll?
Let's do it.
There we go. Well, it's time for our first segment. I call this elevator pitch.
Who the hell do you think you are?
All right. In elevator pitch, we're gonna ask you 10 rapid fire questions. Your goal is you got one rule, you got to keep it 100. Can you do that?
Absolutely.
My God. All right, let's go.
All right. Just a
All
second.
right, elevator. Yeah, you got 30 seconds to pitch yourself. If it is terrible, we're gonna stop the whole interview. But if it's great, we're gonna keep this thing going. So no stress. There we go.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Indie Show Nation, what's good? My name is Jesse Flores. I'm head of artist and label partnerships at Intercept Music, which is a global music distributor for the independent artist and label community. We definitely pride ourselves on being on the forefront of music distribution, technology, and also best-in-class customer service. So if that's something you need in your life, please reach out to us. Let us help you grow your business. The website is interceptmusic.com, or hit us up on IG at Intercept Music Official. Don't be shy. Hit us up and let's link up.
JS, I think someone's been doing their homework because he stuck that like a G. That is what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
sir.
Either that or he
That
spent a
was
lot
great.
of time on elevators pitching. He'd be pitching on the elevator.
A little bit of both.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, that was you were natural with that one. So I guess we'll continue this show. Look, even he knew that I had messed up and was starting to talk about a different segment because he was already ready for elevator pitch. He was just like, I don't care what you talking about. I'm about to get this pitch.
Yeah, I saw those 30 seconds up on the screen. I knew it was coming.
All right, then. Since I already told you how New Phone Who This works, let's go.
New phone, who this? New phone, who this?
All right. He says he gonna keep it 100. Let's see. Question number 1. Name something that you're afraid of.
So there's not a lot of things that I'm really afraid of. However, really tall buildings or heights when you look down, I'm not into that. I am definitely afraid of super tall heights, because I know if you take that one step forward, that's it, you're done. So I would say that really high, big heights.
Okay, heights. Okay, I'll let you have that one. That makes sense. All right, good. Good stuff. All right. Number 2. When eating your meal, which is the best bite? The first one or the last one?
I gotta go with the first one. When you're hungry and you order that food, you have something in mind that you're looking forward to, and it's definitely the first bite. It's got to be right. It's got to be freshly cooked. You know what I'm saying? Just something really good that you've been waiting to eat for a long time. First bite.
Oh, We got another team first bite. I got you.
Mhm.
And Jamal said everybody. Come on now, man. And you guys know the routine. And if you're new, every time I ask a question, you in the chat room can answer that same question. It's interactive. We're a family over here, folks. Get in on the fun. All right. Question number 3. Who is or was your celebrity crush?
Yeah, so growing up, I would have to say Halle Berry, and this is strictly business Halle Berry. She was the one.
Ooh.
She was so
Ooh.
fine. Still
Oh,
is.
shoot.
But yeah, back then,
Oh,
man, that was the one, Halle Berry.
man, that's working. Hey, man, this man is hitting every shot. I'm just like, man, no bad answers whatsoever. And speaking of fine, big shout outs to Trisha Dabria in the building. How you doing, love? She said the first bite is the sweetest. All right. And my guy said Alicia Keys, Vanity with guns. Okay, then showing your age. I say you Vanity. Okay, then. Number 4. What's one verse of a song you can sing word for word?
So I would probably go with a song that is not really popular per se, but I grew up in Florida. I'm a Florida boy. I listen to a lot of the artists coming out of there. One of them that I was a big fan of was Poison Clan. And one of the members was
Okay.
JT Money. So that first Poison Clan album, the first song, the first verse by JT was one that really made a mark on my life, man. I just never heard anybody out of Florida hit spit like that. So I'll have to say that.
Um, no, don't give him no claps. Don't give him no claps. I'm waiting on that verse.
Okay. All right. Well, this is the 18 over verse, so here we go. Mac Daddy, another name for pimp. Worry about nothing but struggle with my gangster limbs. Since my youth had dreams of riches, making money by pimping bitches. Parents hate me around their daughters, knowing their kids sells for quarters and not equating more. Cause that's all she's worth for me to live life for. I mean, she's making me rich, and only God knows I love a bitch. Keep me strong in the game. Pimp a little sister, won't feel ashamed. I go bitch berserk because if you want someone, they can put the bitch to work.
Yo, JT Money.
18 Money came hard. Everything up to that point was booty shade, dance music, bass music, but JT was spitting. I never heard nobody like that coming out of Florida until
Bruh,
that
you
point.
are Florida
Yeah,
for real. Cause you
yes,
didn't care
sir.
about JT Money. Exclaim. Oh, okay. You get props from me. All right, then. Let me see. Grindhard said any old school Wayne. Gunn says darling Nikki is okay. Jamal, all the Golden Girls, they can get it. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, and you getting the fire emoji, sir. All right. Represented to the fullest. All right, then. Next question, number 5. What movie quote lives rent free in your head? This is gonna be funny in the chat.
I mean, it isn't like one of those famous quotes that you live by, but I love Eddie Murphy movies growing up. I love The Golden Child, and in that movie, he's like at the temple in Nepal. He's like, I want the knife, please. I will never forget that. It was hilarious, hilarious.
Bruh, that's one of mine too. So
I love that
I
movie.
I, I still go around saying I want the knife. All right, that's okay then. All right. Wait, I'm gonna stop this whole thing. You went to the University of Florida.
Die Hard Gator, yes sir.
Oh,
Die.
oh. Hmm. Okay.
But I have brothers that went to UCF, USF, and FSU, so all the schools outside of Miami. I got in the
I
family.
went to the University of Georgia.
Okay, go dogs.
There we go. All right, we can
Hey,
continue
I'm
this.
I'm an
All right.
SEC guy, so I support. I live in Cali, so anybody SEC
Yeah.
out here, I'm like, hey, what's up?
Oh, my guy. All right then. Trisha said, I love that line too. And Diva B More said, what you talking about, Willis? What you talk? Okay. Number 6. What's your nickname?
So if it's a family nickname, it was Puti, Puti. I'm Puerto Rican. I don't know what it means, but that's the family always called me when I was little, Puti. With my friends and stuff, it's either like Jess or Big Jess.
Big Jess is in the
Yeah, Big
building.
Jess.
All right then. All right, number 7. Let's go. When did you fall in love with hip hop?
Wow, it was I was really young in the early '80s, and I heard the Message by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, and I had nothing like that before in my life. And my mom's from the Bronx, so we'd always go up there every summer, and just the feeling you get, and you could just feel hip hop was part of the city. It's just in the buildings and everything. You walk down the street, you hear it, and I definitely the Message was the one for me that made a difference in my life and made me fall in love.
We have another one. Gun said same, the Message. All right, number 8. Do you believe in the 5-second rule?
It depends on what it is. Generally, I do not. Especially if it's food or something, I'm good. I'm not gonna mess with it. If it's like a bottle cap or something, I'll pick it right up and wash it. That might be a different story. But generally, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Number 9. Do you prefer to purchase physical or digital media?
So the key word for me in this question is purchase, and if that's the case, I would go with physical. That was my era. I grew up in the '90s when I lived in the record stores, listening to albums, going through the bins. So I would say physical.
Yeah, because I have to own it. I have to be able to physically touch it, because if the electricity go out, it no longer exists. They can delete it from their hard drives, and whatever I purchase doesn't exist. But I have that physical album or CD or tape, and so I'm the same as you, bro.
I agree 100%. I still have all my CDs, tapes, and DVDs in stores. So I still got them.
Now, I used to be a DJ in college, and I gave away all of my records to my brother, and he gave away the records when he had to move to California, and I was just like, oh, I wish I would have kept those things. All right, last question, and we're moving on. Do you name your vehicles?
I do not, and I think the reason why is because I switch it up every 3 years. I'm one of the guys that leases a vehicle, so I always got a new whip every 3 years. And that's just the way I prefer to roll around. And yeah, I don't.
That's a good answer, though. He said, I'm not getting emotionally attached whatsoever because you're gone in 2.5 more years.
That's right.
There we go. There we go. Gun says, I prefer to press the record and play button while listening to the radio mix. Boy, you are stupid. Old school. Yes, sir. Oh, before we go to a commercial break, bonus question. How do you like your grits?
I don't even mess with grits that much, to be honest. I don't. When I do, it's definitely some butter and some sugar, but I don't eat grits that often.
Oh, you was better off saying you don't mess with grits. Did he put sugar in the grits? Oh, dude, sugar in your grits.
Sugar, yeah.
Florida Gator fan. Well, okay, it's only 2 strikes against you. All right, I'll let it ride. Hey, it's the Indie Show. My man Jesse Flores is in the building. It's going down in a major way. Y'all come back because we got more fun and excitement going on. Check out these commercials. We'll be back in 2 and 2.
Okay, artists, pay attention. Wednesday nights are all about music talk. We play new music, discuss business strategy, equipment, music advice, production, and much more. Let us listen to your music and give you real information to help your audience grow. Tune in 9 p.m. live to patreon.com/VVC Life. Let's go.
Ask questions in the chat, or as a Squad Up member, get free video reactions and music consultations. Tap in every Wednesday 9 p.m. on patreon.com/VVC Live.
It's time for our 2025 VVC Life merch sale.
Hey guys, you know I can't pass up a good sale. I'm headed to the store right now to grab me some gear.
Where are you going? The sale is online.
Wait, what?
Black Nerd and the Indie Show have brand new designs ready to spruce up your wardrobe so you can be ready for summer. Support your favorite show by wearing these work and home-safe designs printed on great fabrics, shipped quickly to your door. Go to vvcmerch.com, and if you do so right now, you can use code SPRINGVVC to get 20% off your entire order. Don't wait, this sale may not last long.
Wow. I can order right from my phone.
vvcmerch.com, and if you do so right now, you can use code SPRINGVVC to get 20% off your entire order.
We are back to the Indie Show, All Things Indian, with Jesse Flores, Vice President over at Intercept Music. And it's time for everyone's favorite segment. We'll be the judge of that.
Court is now in session.
All right, Jesse, I'm putting your knowledge and skill to the test. All right, and we'll be the judge of that. We're going to be listening or watching 3 music videos from 3 independent artists. All right. Okay. So after we watch it, we do a little mini interview with them and critique it. All right.
Let's do it.
At the end, after we do the 3rd video, the audience in real time votes for their favorite artist. If an artist wins 3 weeks in a row, they get to sit in the hot seat in a future episode just like you. Plus, they'll get to be on our mixtape and land on the cover. All right?
Love it.
Love it. Yes. So, people, you know what it is. We're on the honor system. You got to be watching right now in order to vote. So, our first artist, JS1, what's the young lady's name?
Natalie Miranda.
Natalie Miranda is our first one. And unfortunately, she could not be here today. So, this is her video, Lazy.
Wiping the day off my face, wiping it out of my life. Some things just can't be erased, but I think I'm doing just fine. I won't let a problem rule my head, cause I take it easy. Sometimes I eat too much chocolate, yeah, but I'm happy to admit it. I don't care what they say, this is my perfect day. Never gonna be ashamed, I'm just a little lazy. I don't care what they say, this is my perfect day. Never gonna be ashamed, I'm just a little lazy. I like to watch my TV, that's how I like to unwind. I'm drinking my cup of coffee, it's my favorite state of mind. I don't wanna look too far ahead, cause I take it easy. I could spend the whole weekend in bed, and I'm happy to admit it. I don't care what they say, this is my perfect day. Never gonna be ashamed, I'm just a little lazy. I don't care what they say, this is my perfect day. Never gonna be ashamed, I'm just a little lazy. If you wanna play lazy with me, let me hear you say I do, I do. If you wanna play lazy with me, everybody say we're lazy. Cause I don't care what they say, this is my perfect day. Never gonna be ashamed, I'm just a little lazy. I don't care what they say, this is my perfect day. Never gonna be ashamed, I'm just a little lazy. Oh! Just a little bit lazy. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, la 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 lazy. And we don't care what they say, we're just a little bit lazy.
Wow. So the audience was feeling this one. There was a lot of stuff going on. What did Gunn say? You are miss a very light Jamaican. Trisha says, I love her voice. It was fire. Look, the whole time I'm listening to this, and I'm just listening. I was feeling like I was on the Sandals Resort or something. So I was just like, I'm on the Lido deck of a cruise ship. That's where I hear this song, and it makes sense to me. So it's a slight vibe. I don't know if I'm not changing the channel. If it comes on the radio, I would say that much. I was just like, it's vibey enough for me to like, okay, then. I'm in vacation mode. I'm definitely gonna nod my head to this one. Jesse, talk to me. What you think?
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a good song and she's got a good voice. But for me, like the image doesn't fit the song style. Like when I first saw her on the screen, I'm thinking it's gonna be like a pop type of song, Sabrina Carpenter, but it's definitely got some Caribbean, reggae vibes, which is cool. And because of that, I would have recommended like a different storyboard for the video. She needs to be
Mm.
outside by the pool or by the beach or like you said on a cruise boat. She's inside the apartment rolling around the bed and in the bathroom. I just think that it could have been done a little bit differently to kind of, co-align with how the song flows, to bring a different vibe to it. It just didn't fit to me. But outside of that, like I said, I thought she's a very attractive woman with a good voice and a good song.
All right. Oh, I like this dude already. I love the breakdown. Let me see. In the chat, they said, right, a travel commercial song. And Kimberly said her voice is very soothing. Chief Elder was like, I agree, sir. Definitely oceanfront vibes. And Kimberly agrees with me. All right, JS1, break it down for me, sir.
So y'all just gonna make me the bad guy. All right, that's fine. That's fine. That's cool. Her voice, it didn't match what I saw, and I thought that was really amazing. I was like, wow, like her voice is different. I would definitely agree with the gentleman that the video didn't match the vibe of the song. I'm definitely gonna go with that. I've heard that beat on YouTube somewhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a very it's like it's a easily manufactured piece of production, and like I love the fact that she was able to put a nice song together. But commercial, Caribbean commercial sounds great. Background music in a hotel or something like that. It's that type of energy. I don't see it being a breakout hit, and she's gonna be storming the VMAs. Like I just don't see that. I feel like she lacks direction and purpose. But it's a cool song. Like, especially if I had kids and I wanted to play some nice music around kids, this would be in that playlist.
And the more that I think about it, I agree with Jesse because now I'm visualizing it. The song is called Lazy, and it has this reggae, calypso, Caribbean vibe. She could be in a hammock at the beach or somewhere. Or at the very least, if you can afford to go on set, be outside with some trees. You know what I'm saying? Frolic in the grass or something. But yeah, there is a disconnect. But I didn't pay attention. I was just listening to the music. Let me see real quick. Trisha says she's 10 toes down. I like the visual. Just a lazy day at home. No beach needed. It showed a lazy day at home. All right, man. We're gonna let you have it. You keep this in your top 10. Run those numbers up for this young lady. All right, JS. Who is our second artist for tonight?
Precise, and the record is called Drive.
I don't see Precise in the building. Precise, sorry we missed you, but we're gonna listen to this one. Let's go.
Yeah, alright. Yeah. Precise. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. She said, where you going? Cause she down for the ride. Told her grab the keys, cause I'm going for a drive. Left hand on the steering wheel, right hand on your thigh. Left hand on the steering wheel, right hand on your thigh. I know you lie. I can see the future right in between your eyes. Third eye, bird's eye, it's a firm eye. You became my dream girl. I'm like, oh my, yeah. Love you walk like that. Love you talk that shit. Together we run them stacks. Yeah. I'm just speaking facts. Now we live in Instagram goals for real. She said, where you going? Cause she down for the ride. Tell her grab the keys, cause I'm going for a drive. Left hand on the steering wheel, right hand on your thigh. Left hand on the steering wheel, right hand on your thigh. She said, where you going? Cause she down for the ride. Tell her grab the keys, cause I'm going for a drive. Left hand on the steering wheel, right hand on your thigh. Left hand on the steering wheel, right hand on your thigh. I'm mesmerized. You just like the stars when they twinkle in the night. I can't deny. You got me feeling. You got me feeling. I know you got my back. Vice versa shit. Teamwork, the dream work. They ain't cut like this. She wear a million hats and she master it. Now we live in Instagram goals for real. She said, where you going? Cause she down for the ride. Tell her grab the keys, cause I'm going for a drive. Left hand on the steering wheel, right hand on your thigh. Left hand on the steering wheel, right hand on your thigh. She said, where you going? Cause she down for the ride. Tell her grab the keys, cause I'm going for a drive. Left hand on the steering wheel, right hand on your thigh. Left hand on the steering wheel, right hand on your thigh.
Let me read that comment real quick. Gun says, up the tempo. It makes me sleepy at this pace. 1.10 speed on YouTube. All right. All right, Jesse. I'm going to let you take this one first.
Yeah, so I definitely like the beat. You know, it's something I would definitely write out to. As far as the vocals are concerned, to me, and maybe it's just my audio system, it sounded like it wasn't really mixed and mastered properly. It just didn't sound like it was professionally done. And if it was, my apologies. But to me, that's what it sounded like. And you know, I thought I could have used a little more like layering on the vocals, definitely some more ad libs, especially on the chorus. But you know, it's definitely in the right direction, I'd say. But for me, the one thing I liked the most was probably the beat.
Okay. All right. Goodness. And see, this is why he is the vice president, because he knows how to answer these questions really well. Because I am over here like, man, I don't know what to say. The track is nice, though. Vocals need some work. It didn't catch me right off. And I'm just like Kim. It didn't catch me right off. The beat, yeah, the beat was nice. But when he started flowing, it just didn't do anything for me. And I can't just live off beat alone. You know, in this mumble rap era of music, we've been living off of beats. I just can't do that anymore. I'm sorry, my guy, but I appreciate you, Precise. JS.
I would have to agree with our guest. You know, I'm saying the production is dope. The vocals need better mix. I feel like you could. I feel like this is a great rough draft or first pass at the record. I feel like if they played it a few more times and was like, "Yo, let's add something that makes sense or that's interesting or to add to overall aesthetic," even if it's just adding like car sounds or you know, like maybe get a girl on the hook or you know, I mean, I just felt like this was a rough draft. You know, it's a dope rough draft, but it's a rough draft. It's not finished. So, and he needs to take it back and get her done.
All right, let's see what we have with number 3. My guy, coming up next, battle rapper. This man battled back in our second chance show to get him a second chance of making a run for the championship. He won last week, and now he's back to see if he can get number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for D Future.
What's up? What's up, man?
Man, what's up with you? Welcome back, sir.
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. Happy to be back, man. Happy to be on the show again, man.
Dude, we love your energy. So we're just gonna get this thing started, all right?
All right, let's get to it.
All right, so this is your round two questions. First question: where was your first paying gig?
Uh, my first paying gig was in Columbia, South Carolina. It actually was for a battle, and I battled a guy named Spade. This was back in 2015. So that was my first time getting paid for a gig.
Now, are you getting paid for winning the whole thing or just for participating?
No, I get paid for performing. So
Okay.
battles are just like any other performances. Now you do have situations where certain battles don't get paid to build their name up and things like that. But once you reach a certain stature and a certain reputation with the leagues that you're a part of, you should be getting some kind of payment for your services. You know what I mean?
I got you. That's something new. I never knew that. Guns, our local comedian, said Wendy's at the Hateville location. This dude right here. But all right. So, who is your target audience?
Mm. Real hip hop fans of lyricism and content, and also just entrepreneurs and hustlers. Like that's my target audience. If you're an entrepreneur, you building towards something, that's what my brand Grind Hard Never Sleep is all about, and my music translates exactly into that as well. So
All right. Good one. All right. Why music? Did you choose it or did it choose you?
it definitely chose me. Music definitely chose me. It was one of those things where uh I couldn't like go throughout life without it. You know what I'm saying? So even if I wanted to stop, I couldn't. Like this is it's in my blood. It's what I love to do. So
All right. Two more questions, then we're going to let you introduce your song. How do you deal with unruly fans?
I don't. I don't. You know what I mean? I'll probably just like the comment or whatever they saying and then don't respond, you know what I'm saying? Because I still appreciate the fact that they tuned in, regardless of if it was negative or not. So, I give them my like and move on and I just don't respond.
All right. This is an interesting one, specifically because of our guest today. When is the appropriate time to seek management?
Uh, I think once you once you notice what you want to do and once money and like a lot of finances start getting involved, because I know for me personally, like it's a hassle trying to be the artist and the business.
Mm-hmm.
So once that becomes overwhelming, I think so. And then also sometimes a lot of times, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, the managers will come find you. So that it goes hand in hand.
Jesse, since I have you here, I'm going to interject real quick. On that answer, how would you respond to that answer?
The same way he did the last part he mentioned, where somebody come to find you, that's exactly what happens. If
Yeah.
you're making noise with whatever you're doing in your market, and people are taking notice, they'll come find you. Same thing with record labels. Same thing with distributors. If you're doing numbers, if you're doing shows, they'll find you because there's people in record labels right now that are certain departments that are actively looking at the Spotify's and the YouTubes and insights and analytics, and then also the different markets, what artists are making noise and creating a buzz, whether it's at the radio stations with the mix shows or at the clubs or the strip clubs or whatever. They'll find out, like, people talk about it. Look what happened with what's her name that had the Win Whammy song, Pluto, out of Atlanta. That when I went to Atlanta, I live in Atlanta as well. So when I went there, I kept hearing this song everywhere I went, on the radio, at the club, at the barbershop. And I'm like, who is this person? And it's because she was building the buzz. She was, gaining that traction. So, like he said, if you're doing what you need to be doing, they're gonna come find you for sure.
That is what's up. All
I
right, D
appreciate
Future.
that insight too.
Yeah, for sure.
Brother, I'm definitely happy that you were on when Jesse was on. So, sir, I want you to introduce your song to the rest of the world. Let's go.
All right, y'all. This is D Future featuring Fenty Bree called Ride.
If I told you that you special, it's an understatement. Know your mama must be pressure, made a diamond, baby. I'm just joking, babe. I know you not the one to play with, but I'm the one to make you laugh and it drive you crazy. I'm about to make a play, you rolling while I make it. You just gon' sleep till we go eat when you be riding lazy. But you at peace beside me, you say you feel the safest. And the way you hold me down don't cease to amaze me. Your energy's infectious, plus you get perspective. You find answers to the things I probably never questioned. Wanna put something in your box and it ain't suggestions. I'm the one to hit that spot when you feel neglected. We all imperfect people, but I see perfection. Every time I get lost, you give me direction. On this journey, if I'm with you, then I'm living heaven. You gon' be the reason I'm a living legend. Sheesh.
On the road alone till the wheels are gone. Keep holding on. We just gonna keep strong. We gonna ride. On the road alone till the wheels are gone. Keep holding on. We just gonna keep strong. You're the reason that I'm willing to love again. Don't know how you're amazing and so heaven sent. You knocked down my walls, brick by brick. You know my last little shit did me dirty. Had to wipe my tears, raise my crown, show I'm worthy. I'm blessed to have you cherish it and show me that I can heal from it. It's the life of a fighter, burns are burning inside. It's the life of a fighter, no place to run or hide. It's the life of a fighter, yeah, 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 yeah.
Sheesh. Anywhere in this world, I want you right beside me. I get lost in your eyes and pray nobody find me. Your last man almost lined him, how he did you grind me. Felt deserted whole time, you really treasure island. I want to give you it all, your number one provider. First time you got on top, knew you was a rider. From the start, we just sparked, you could see the fire. Your legs apart, water park, I'm a frequent rider. I'm gonna tell you that you fine when you need reminders. I'm gonna tell you that you mine as I squeeze behind you. And you got your own grind, I see the queen inside you. Through it all, I'ma be beside you. We gon'
On the road alone till the wheels are gone. Keep holding on, we just gonna keep strong. We gonna ride. On the road alone till the wheels are gone. Keep holding on, we just gonna keep strong.
The chat is very interactive, and I dropped a comment in the chat that says, I'm not going to tell y'all who I'm voting for tonight, but there will be hints and clues. All right. I'm not going to say anything, but I'm going to jump and just say, my goodness, listening to this song again, I was just like, man, this is food for my soul. And then when Shawty get on that hook, oh my, I'm in heaven, dog. This is a ride for real. I just sit back, relax, and it's like, hey, y'all got it. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
I appreciate that, man.
JS, talk to me.
1000%, bro. This has the total package, man. The mix is there. The concept is there. The presentation is there. Lyricism is there. Shorty comes with it. You come with it. 1000%, bro. Like, I just want to know why it's not on streaming so that I can listen to it on the regular.
Yeah, it's dropping on it's dropping on my upcoming project, dropping early October. So this right here is letting me know that I'm on the right track, man. So I appreciate it.
Nah, brother, you did an impressive job with this record, and I mean, like, it's so cinematic just listening to it. You know what I mean? I can't wait for the music video to drop for this, man. So
Yeah,
congratulations.
yeah. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, as he was talking, I remembered we got a special sneak peek. We got the song early before anybody else, so we was the first one to break this song. So that's why you can't find it just yet. So I'm still feel honored that you got to come here in order to hear it. All right, Jesse, it's on you. Talk to me. What you thinking, sir?
Yeah, man. Salute to D Future for delivering a really strong track. I like the way the whole song was structured. With he's got the two bookend verses with the female vocalist in the middle. The beat was good. I loved it. Obviously, your verses, I had no issues whatsoever with D Future and what he was doing, what he was saying, the lyrics. Everything was lovely. The one thing I might say, just I would probably tweak the end of the female vocalist's verse at the end because it didn't like flow into the hook like it should have, in my opinion. I think it needs to be tweaked a little bit, but outside of that, I think you got something done, man. Congrats.
Appreciate that, man. Much love, much love.
D Future, tell these folks how they can get in contact with you.
Oh yeah, at Real D Future on all platforms, at Grind Hard Never Sleep on all platforms, and D Future on all streaming platforms.
All right, thank you very much, sir. JS1, you know what to do. Tell these folks how they can vote for their favorite artist.
All right, that link is in the chat. That means right now, if you're watching on Facebook or Twitch or YouTube, there is a link present. All you got to do is click that link to our Patreon, sign up if you haven't done so. You know what I'm saying? It's free. You do not have to pay for it. Only thing we ask you to do is sign up and vote. If you want to take it a step further and you really believe in a certain artist and you feel like, yo, I need to make sure they get these votes, these get they love, so you can squad up easily. Join as a membership, squad up. It's only $5. If you sign up for $5 right now, guess what you get? 5 votes for your favorite artist. You cannot split up
super vote.
Your super vote is available to you right now. Now, if you are already a Patreon member, if you're already in the squad up, you know what you can do. You know your vote has mad weight. So you click that vote button on the poll and then get in that comment section and tell us who your super vote is going to right now.
That's it. Thank you, JS1. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back because it's time for our interview with Jesse Flores. Only on the Indie Show, All Things Indie. I'll let your boy.
VVC and The Revival presents a Just Put the Tip in Comedy Show. Exclusively on VVC Live Patreon, 2 hours of hilarious comedy from legendary comedians from Baltimore, Maryland. The show will keep you laughing while making you think. Hosted by Tippy Tall Girl, the queen of the Baltimore comedy scene, she brings up veterans such as Lord Isaac M., D. Lowe, Dude in the Corner, Ben Mosby, and TJ So Silly. So what you waiting for? Sign up on the VVC Live Patreon right now. Patreon.com/VVC Life. And if you sign up, we will give you a 50% off discount code VVC Love when you sign up. All this comedy plus podcasts, audio dramas, group watches, classes, and much more available now on Patreon.com/VVC Life.
Well, we're back. You know what that means? It's time for one-on-one with Jesse Flores.
I can't believe that it's finally me and you and you and me, just us.
Jesse, how we doing so far, sir?
Doing great.
All right. Now compared to other shows and podcasts you've done, how would you rank us?
You're definitely up there, man. Like I said, you got a whole different format than what I've used to be dealing with. So it's been a great experience, man. I'm glad to be here.
I appreciate you. Let us keep this going. So the first part of the interview, I like to, the whole show secretly is an interview. All the questions we've asked, It's just getting to know you the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And so we already know you from Florida. We know you represent Florida to the fullest. So we can, yeah, he is definitely super relaxed. So we're gonna just dive into it because we have a lot of indie artists who tap in, and this whole show is about indie artists being comfortable. Because sometimes we have artists who've never interviewed before, and so we want to be that home to where they get the rust off, they get comfortable in front of cameras and get in front of the Q&As and everything. So tell me about Intercept Music and how they're a benefit to all the indie artists out there.
So Intercept Music is basically one of those platforms where you could really be an artist, own 100% of your masters, have total creative control, but have that partner that's going to help you take, your career to the next level. A lot of times artists are stuck in that rut where they're doing a DIY deal with a distributor like a DistroKid or a TuneCore, but don't really have that support from the distributor when it comes to marketing your music to all these DSPs out there, all the digital service providers, which is, basically like the Spotify's, the Apple Musics, the YouTubes of the world. That's not the case at a company like Intercept. We sit there and devise a plan and a strategy for your new releases, for your catalog. We're also actively looking for catalogs as well for distribution or even for acquisition. We want to help you take your, 500 followers on Spotify to 1,000 and beyond. We want to take your 100 subscribers on YouTube up to 1,000 and beyond. That's our goal, is to, with every release, to really grow your business, grow your audience to the point where you can make a career out of this, and you're making thousands of dollars in digital revenue just based on sales alone. So that's definitely a big part of our business. It's our core business, which is distribution, and part of our dashboard. I mean, you can do different things that you can't really do at some other companies. You can have your own merch store online within our dashboard. We have an integration with Shopify. So if you have a new album or project coming out, you can develop and create merch just for that specific project and sell to your fans. We have AI incorporated with our platform as far as a marketing tool. So say you're a new artist, you have a new project coming out, but you don't have a publicist. You can create your own bio, your own press release within the actual dashboard. Same thing with social media messaging. You can create posts and basically plan it out on a calendar, all within the dashboard. So tools like this, insights, analytics, that's all part of the dashboard as well. Just we have tools that are there to help take any artist to the next level, which is basically what Intercept does.
So you brought up AI, and this has been a question we've had for the past couple episodes, because we've had some people, not artists that's been on Will Be the Judge of that, but we've had music that was created on Suno. And someone in the industry, what are your thoughts on AI in the music business?
Yeah, we definitely support AI when it comes to marketing. But AI, when regards to content creation, is definitely not something we support. We really support humans creating the music. Unfortunately, with AI content creation that's out there in the marketplace, there's also a lot of fraudulent activity. So that basically streams that are not real. They're not coming from a real place. They're coming from bots or whatever the case may be. So that's a problem, because now there's a direct correlation between AI created music and fraudulent activity or fake streams on these platforms, which is a huge no-no. Because as any artist knows, if you do that or engage in any type of fraudulent activity, they're liable to take your content down. You can't upload it again. So you're pretty much done when it comes to having that song on Spotify. If there's any like specific streams where in some little market in Texas you get 10,000 streams one week and the next week it's zero, that's suspicious. So things like that are unfortunately associated with with AI when it comes to content creation, which is not something we really support.
No, I got you. Now, there's somebody out there watching this right now, and when you were first talking, how do they get in contact with you, or is it where Intercept sees someone that they like and they come knocking on their virtual door?
It goes both ways. I'm more independent artists and labels that need distribution. At the same time, an artist or label can go to our website and sign up basically, or request a meeting. They can hit us up on IG, send us a DM, same thing, or they can hit me up directly. You guys, please email me if you like. I'm at jesse.flores@interceptmusic.com. we get opportunities from all different ways, whether it's from artists directly going to shows, or maybe it's an entertainment attorney, or a business manager, or an artist manager, or just out and about at an event. You just never know when you meet somebody.
And so it's really that simple? You're really
It's that
that
simple.
accessible?
Definitely. It's that simple.
Wow, I am impressed. Look,
Yeah.
folks, if you're an indie artist, you already rock with us. This is the show you should have been. You should have been on. Will be the judge of us for this one. You should be tapped in. You should have your friends tapped in. My man is dropping jewels and knowledge, and he's easily accessible. He is here to help you. Uh, since I got you, you answer these questions so beautifully. It's time for Indie University.
Why I can't find it that?
All right, I got 5 questions for you in Indie University. Let's go. What's the greatest joy you've gained from starting your own business?
I'd say just having the opportunity to work with some really talented people, creative people, people that I even people that I look up to growing up. I've worked with several artists where I listen to their music, and now that I'm in the music business, I actually get to work with them, which is an amazing moment in itself. But yeah, just working with some really talented people.
All right, next question. Does the fear of doing this thing independently ever go away?
I've never had any fear to be honest. It's one of those things where it's great to be independent nowadays, so that you shouldn't be fearful of it at all. Indies are definitely on the rise. We're a big part of the music industry. I think close to 40 or 50% of all music that's consumed in the U.S. is from an independent artist or label. So, it's definitely a great time to be independent, like I said. And there shouldn't be any type of fear involved whatsoever.
All right, number 3. Is there a scenario? This is gonna be interesting. All right, scenario where you give up on your dream and sell your company to work for somebody else if you had an independent
hmm
company.
I don't think so. I mean, because some people would sell eventually if they had a company, just because they want to spend more time with family, or or have other interests. So I don't blame anybody for wanting to sell what they've worked on for so hard in so long a time. But yeah, I think if it's the right time, and somebody's giving you the right price, and it's something that works for you, where you feel comfortable for the rest of your life, living off of what you sell your company for, I don't see any shame whatsoever in reaping the rewards of what you've worked so hard on.
No doubt. Let me give you one more question. Let's go. What's the one misconception about owning your own business that people need to know the truth about?
I would say that it's a grind. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. You really got to have a strong work ethic, and know that you're going to be knocked down every now and then, but you got to get back up off the ground. I've been in a situation where I've been in the business for close to 30 years, and I've been through 5 company mergers, and I survived 3 of
Hmm.
them. So that means twice I've been laid off, and it's definitely not something that you plan or want to look forward to, but it happens, and it's all about at that point, what you do about it. You got to get back up and get back in the ring, and keep it going if this is what you want to do as a career. So dealing with adversity, knowing how to be proactive, and being resilient are all keys to really making it in this business.
What is something that you learned from working from those 5 companies?
hmm
You know, was this always something different?
I mean, when you work for a big corporation, at some point there's going to be some type of consolidation, some type of merger, some type of, you know, layoffs, because these companies want to purchase other companies in order to gain market share. So, when you're dealing with that situation, you got to realize, how do I fit in that, in that big picture of things? At the end of the day, for a lot of these corporations, you might just be an employee, and you might get laid off, and it's not because you're doing anything wrong, or people don't like you. It's strictly a headcount thing where they got to hit a certain amount of people in this organization. Maybe as the merger happens, another company comes over and takes over the whole leadership team. So, you might put in 10 years at a company, but somebody else comes in and, they pretty much run the ship now, but they don't know you just because they haven't been at that company. They come from somebody else and they're comfortable with their own people. So just things like that you got to take in consideration, which is why being an independent, working for a company like Intercept, which is growing as opposed to the majors, which are consolidating, is a huge benefit for me and something that made a lot of sense in this point in my career.
That's what I'm talking about. Jesse Flores dropping those gems. The knowledge is incredible. We're going to keep this party going. I just want to give you guys a heads up because up next is Mastermind Game. So someone in the chat can win my money today. If you want to win, have a chance at winning my money, put your Cash App in the chat right there. We're going to randomly choose somebody, and you may win up to $10 tonight. All right, I got a question in the audience. It is from Jamal Smith, and he says, are the labels mainly focused on numbers, or does creativity even anymore?
That's a great question, Jamal. Yeah, I would say if I can speak from a distribution perspective because that's where I've been my whole career, but absolutely the numbers when it comes to the platform. So definitely Spotify and YouTube. I can guarantee you that that's one of the first places they look at. They want to see how many followers you have. More so than monthly listeners, because if you're doing collabs with other artists, those collaborative artists are also counted in the monthly listeners, but definitely followers. They look at subscribers on YouTube. They want to know, ideally, if they're really looking at a deal, they're going to want to know what you've been making over the past 2-3 years at your current distributor. So they're going to want to look at your accounting statements or your digital sales revenue, data files. All that stuff is very important. Obviously, we do look at social media as well, but when it comes to a distributor, you want to see if there's a commercial fan base for that particular artist. So definitely streaming numbers take into account. I have to say, when I first got in the business, yes, creative and how the music sounds was definitely a big part of it because there was A&Rs and, you could basically get signed off just off a demo tape back in the day. That's not the case anymore, unfortunately. You got to have more leverage, I would say, when it comes to getting a deal nowadays. And that includes having the proper numbers at all the digital platforms.
Jesse is open to answering questions, so keep them coming if you are in the chat. We got the game show coming up next, so I'm going to ask one more question before we shift gears. Follow up with Jamal, and Jamal is thinking the same way I'm thinking. It's like he's reading my mind. So I was going to ask this question. What should indie artists do to build their numbers?
That's $1 million question. I think you need to first devise a plan for every type of release you put out. You really got to say, over here, the next 12 months, this is what I want to do. I want to release an album or an EP or maybe 2 albums or singles, whatever it is, have a plan for it. Don't just upload your music and release it that same week or the week after, because you're missing out on opportunities for potential marketing from digital service providers. So you want to upload maybe 3 to 4 weeks before release date. So you have an opportunity to submit it for Spotify for artists and maybe get on Release Radar or maybe some other editorial playlists. Or you can have a chance to talk with your distributor and really devise a plan for advertising or marketing. All that stuff can help. You can have a press release. I see no reason why you should rush a release unless there's some amazing marketing event that it has to drop that same day. Something huge like a big performance or a big sync ad or something that's dropping that day, and you want the song to be out at the same time. So you got to make sure you plan accordingly. Have a great team around you to help support you and help build you. Help your career out as you go along, and I call that the Fantastic Five. So that's a good manager, a good distributor, a good publicist, a good online marketing specialist, social media specialist, and a good entertainment attorney. Having those 5 people in your corner, helping you guide your career is a definite plus because they have experiences that you haven't been through yet. So they can always help you and advise you on how to best approach your career. And the other thing I would say is also be consistent with your releases. Don't put something out and not put something out, until like 4 years later, because then you've lost all the momentum that you've gained from your previous releases. You're basically starting over again. There's just too much music out there being released every day. There's like over 100,000 tracks being released that are new every single day, hitting Spotify and Apple Music. So you got to rise above the noise and make sure you're doing enough to make a difference in your career.
That is beautiful. Put your hands together. Keep those questions coming because right now it's time for Mastermind Games.
Let the games begin!
All right, folks, before we get to Mastermind Games, I just want to let you know, vote. Make sure you vote before this show is over. We will let you know who wins right before we sign out. So you'll find out tonight. So make sure that you're voting. You got to be watching in order to vote. All right. So here we go. The name of this game, sir, is called Remixed Up. All right. So in Mastermind Games, every time you get a question right, we put $1 in the bank.
Okay.
If you get 10 questions right, that's $10. I'm upset because I don't want to give this money out of my pocket. All right. So it comes right out of my wallet. I don't like that. So, but if you get it wrong, you hear an X, you hear a bad sound, right?
Okay.
Wow. I thought the magic of television was going to give me the negative sound. All right. So if you get 3 of those, the game is over. I keep all of my money and it's a good time. All right.
Okay.
So usually someone in the chat, if they put their Cash App out there, they get to win whatever you bank. So right now we don't have anyone. So it goes to the Mastermind Charity for Kids Association. All right, here is question number 1. I am going to give you an example just so you understand what we're doing. So in Remixed Up, I'm going to give you record labels that are scrambled. All right. Your goal is to give me the correct answer, and to lock it in, you got to say final answer. Okay.
Okay. Gotcha.
You can get help from the audience as well. All right.
Okay.
But your time run out, you got to give me something, or you're going to get an X. But lock it in. So here's an example. Number 1.
Def Jam. Final answer.
He said, "Finally, look, my man did his research. He know what he's doing. He don't even need the time." And bam, Def Jam. So if that was correct, there we go. So there's you lock in money when you just hear that sound. All right. So that was just an example. All right, here we go. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you can help him. These are popular record labels. All right, here we go. Number 1.
Ooh. Man, I might need the audience help on this one.
Yeah, I better help him out. 14 seconds left.
Ooh. I want to say rock. I was going to say Rock Nation, but nah, that ain't working. I see that rock. Columbia. Final answer. No, that's not it.
You locked in Columbia.
Yeah.
So survey says, got to be more careful.
That can't be right though, because there was an R in there. That's why I was like, it can't be right.
It was? Oh.
Yeah, there was an R.
Wait,
I just totally guessed.
That's on me. I thought I'd double check that one, but yes, I was gonna give it to you. Correct. It's Columbia. All right, let me look at this next one. All right, cool. You ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
LaFace, final answer.
He gave 2 seconds and said LaFace like he was confident. Survey says.
Great label.
Yes, being a huge Outkast fan, I love me some LaFace records. All right, number 3.
Audience help on this one.
I was stumped.
Yeah.
You was stumped on LaFace? That was the easy one. But what is this one? Oh man, is this our first strike?
Yeah, this one's tough. Definitely give some audience help. Yeah. Damn. Yeah.
All right. Take a guess.
I have no clue.
All right. Our first strike for tonight.
Yeah.
It is
Interscope.
Interscope.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, folks. We got $2 in the bank. We have one strike. All right, we got 7 questions left. He could go on an amazing 7-question run, or he could just strike out these next 2 questions and we can get back to the interview. Come on. My wallet says, come on, crap out. All right, here we go. Number 4.
Motown, final answer.
I didn't even get a chance to look at the people in the comments. This is hard, bro. This is whatever.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
last one was hard.
The TION, yes, when I put real words in there, it throws your mind off. You can't concentrate. Let me see what else they say. I didn't see a P in the word. Motown. All right, here we go. Survey says Motown.
Yeah.
Correct. I was hoping that y'all would forget, and that way I can save some money. I was just like, look, man, you got Motown in 0.5 seconds. All right, all right, all right. Let's get our mind right. We can get back on track. All right, here we go. Number 5.
Virgin, final answer.
Yes, brother. God, dude.
I used to work at Virgin.
You did? Big shout out to Virgin. I hope. Let me see. My mastermind think he's slick. Let me see. Jesse's about to take your money. Hey, calm down with that, man. Hold on. Look, what are we doing? All right. But yes, he's doing very well. It is Virgin. $4 in the bank, 1 strike. Okay, then. All right. I'm confident. All right. Number 6.
Hidden Beach, final answer.
JS, this feels like old times when people were praying for my downfall, wanted me to lose money.
Look, extra points if you know the celebrity that financed Hidden Beach.
Oh, you talking about
I
me?
know Steve McKeever. I don't know if he's a celebrity, but outside of Steve, I don't know.
That's one. I'll give you another hint. He's a major league sports superstar.
I was gonna say Jordan. Am I wrong?
Close, but no, not Jordan.
Not Jordan.
Close.
Hidden
Super
Beach.
close. Yep. Magic Johnson.
Magic.
Really?
Oh,
Magic
that does seem
was
vaguely familiar. I love me some Hidden Beach.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. He was one of the main early investors.
Okay, I didn't know that. Nice.
Nice. All right, so that was 2 strikes, right?
No, you had that right.
He only has 1 strike. Your money is out the door. This is a bull right here. All right, it's cool. It's cool. I thought we was friends. All right, here it is. Number 7. I'm counting on you, number 7.
Atlantic, final answer.
Even Kimberly. Oh, now you can speak, Kimberly. Now you got words coming out your mouth. Oh my God! Look at this. What is happening? I thought I was doing something, but I forgot. This man is in the industry. All right, I'm running out of money. Number 8. All right, come on, number 8. Let's go.
Malaco, final answer.
You are not supposed to get this. What is some? This is correct. Yay. We have 2 questions left. We have 1 strike. He could miss both of these questions. Oh man, imagine if somebody would have put their cash app in the chat. Y'all would be. He is killing it. Stop it. Let it go. This is old news. Chief Elder knew that one as well. I love it. Stop running him his money. Stop. All right, here we go. I thought y'all was my friends. Number 9. I don't even. Why play the music?
Ooh.
All right, let's go.
Island, final answer.
Ooh, he said ooh to get us all hyped.
It threw me off a bit. Then I seen that I was like, okay, I think I know what it is.
I think you know what it is. He in the newspaper every day doing the word jumble. Island is correct. Last, look, I should just give you the answer. Last one, number 10.
Republic, final answer. Well, you got half the word spelled out. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I think you are the first guest this season to win in Mastermind games. And let me see who I'm going to give the money to. Oh, wow. No one in the chat put in their cash app. Oh, wow. But congratulations. You got 9 out of 10 correct. Y'all give people a round of applause. That's
Thank you.
up.
Thank you. That was fun.
Everybody wins. You win. You get a make-believe trophy, and I get to keep my money because people were scared to put their cash app out there. People, it's interactive. I'm giving money away. Oh well. All right. So we're back with my guy, Jesse Flores, Vice President of Artist and Label Partnerships at Intercept Music. All right. I keep wanting to say Intercept Records. That's wrong. Intercept Music. Y'all get that right. All right. So I got another question that I wanted to ask you, and people, you can ask some questions as well. This comes from Jamal again. He says, "Do you believe that albums have value still, or should they still focus on singles?"
Yeah, another good question. I do think they have value. Obviously, if you're starting out, I definitely recommend singles and then maybe like an EP. But once you get to a certain point and you have that established fan base out there, definitely albums I think make a lot of sense as well. You know, there's still people that value the full album, especially if there's like a concept to it. I think it makes a lot of sense. Now you can even extend albums. You know, you can come out with an album, maybe do a deluxe version later, add a few more tracks, just to add value to it. But definitely, I think albums definitely make a lot of sense still in today's music industry.
That is what's up. How do you think independent artists can best leverage data and analytics to inform their creative and business decisions?
Another good question. You know, if you're really focused on your career and focused on the business side of the music business, you got to look at all the insights and analytics that your distributor provides for you. There's real-time data there that usually is updated daily. That where you can see what music is working where, what single is really working on YouTube as opposed to a Spotify, or and you can put some dollars behind that, some marketing behind that as well. When it comes to advertising, you want to definitely chase where you're getting the most traction, and that could vary per release. So you just never know. I definitely advise releasing a official music video the same day you drop the track, the audio version, just to maximize and optimize the reach of each release and the lifespan of it. So all these things you got to take into account and really focus on a daily basis in order to really grow your career.
What is the biggest mistake that indie artists, on average, make all the time?
I referenced this a little bit earlier, but definitely just dropping music as soon as it's done. You should definitely plan it out. There's no reason you should release a song before 3 to 4 weeks after it's uploaded. I mean, you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of every single tool and marketing opportunity these platforms have for you. And, take the time to, find out exactly what you can do on a Spotify or YouTube or Apple Music or a Tidal. What marketing opportunities are there for you? Even some of the non-program streaming opportunities like at a Pandora. A lot of people listen to Pandora and all these other platforms that you might not listen to, but somebody is, because they're still around, they're still making money, and they're still supporting artists and labels. So making sure that you really focus on, like I said, the business side. Also network. Even if you're like in a smaller market, you can sign up with a PRO, which is a performing rights organization, like a BMI, a CSAC, or ASCAP. All these different companies have events going on across the country that you should be a part of. I'm in a business where, if you're not seen, you're not heard. You got to be in the right place at the right time, and going out and meeting people, going to events, it can only help you, because you never know who you're going to meet. And I'm a testament to that. There's been instances where I've been someplace, or I went to a party that I was going to go to, or some type of a listening event, and I met somebody that still in my life now, that I still in contact with, that I network with, that either help me out or refer me to a job or refer me to a new opportunity. So being out and about and making sure you're focused on the planning side of the business are all crucial things to be definitely paid attention to.
So, what makes an independent artist stand out to you, and what qualities do you look for when considering a partnership?
I like to have, or I'd say I like to see an artist that comes to me with a plan. They have the release schedule all, planned out. They have, marketing drivers to support it, or at least what they want to do, to support the project. They have their team in place. They have the liaison that we're going to be working with, on a daily basis to make sure everything's delivered, that, the artist is properly onboarded onto the platform. They got, the content. Obviously they got to have strong music, strong visuals, just the whole package. If you come to me with the entire, pretty much your entire business plan laid out with the music ready to go, it's not 2 songs in but you want to release something next month, and the album's not done yet. We want to see finished product. We want to see the marketing plan. We want to see the team that's there to support it, so we can augment what you're already doing and help things grow and take to the next level. Having those things in place is, definitely something that's intriguing and interesting as far as I'm concerned. It lets me know that it lets me know that you care about what you're doing. Because if you don't care about it, why should anybody else? If you're sitting there focused and have a plan for what you're doing, we respect that, and that's the type of partner we want to deal with.
Now, can you share an example of a successful partnership with an independent artist and your company? What made it successful?
So, being honest, I've been at Intercept for about 5 months, so I'm relatively new, and we're working on those types of opportunities. But we have a new project come from Cali Ranks, who's was a Def Jam artist. He's a dancehall reggae artist. He's got a new album coming out that we're doing what I just said. We're helping him devise a plan. We're helping him with the release strategy. So when he does come out, he's going to definitely turn some heads. We just signed an established artist that you probably all heard of, but Maxi Priest. He's someone that's been around for a very long time, but he hasn't been out there in the limelight for for a minute. So that's somebody that we're going to help devise a plan to say, hey, we know you might have not released nothing in the past few years, but you've obviously had hits in the past. You've got a fan base that's global. Here's what we're going to do to really, take your career and what you're doing nowadays in 2025 to be not only relevant again, but also be someone that's going to chart and have success with their music. And he's got a song with Sean Paul that's going to come out. So just having that alignment with an artist that's still currently viable and commercially successful is only going to help him, because it's 2 generations of artists in the reggae space that are collabing together that really made some great music that you are going to hear very soon. So things like that, for sure.
Okay. Speaking of artists that you work with, I have video. Tell us a little bit about this Goddess remix. Is it Ines or Enos X?
Yeah, it's Ina's X. She's on a label called Viral New Wave, which is a relatively, I guess, new label to Intercept, probably in the last year or two. And she's one of their flagship artists, and she's definitely got the goods. She delivered a great song called Goddess Remix, which was released through Intercept Music, and she delivered the video. And having that visual to go along with the song really puts the story together, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. This is Ina's X and Goddess Remix.
Yeah, you've been around the world. Yeah, you had a whole lot of girls. Never had nothing this trill. Never had nothing this real. Show you a whole nother world. Dripped out in diamonds and pearls. Come with me, let's make a deal. Long as your lips can see. Can you feel the way? Power in this face, power in this waist. Got this energy, bet you never seen her. You can't duplicate, only fabricate. This is custom made. Got this energy, bet you never seen her. I got it, no point in being modest. I'm up, I'm blessed, I'm flawless. My crown don't slip, I got it. I got it, no point in being modest. I'm up, I'm blessed, I'm flawless. My crown don't slip, I got it. Baddest of the sirens, you can't sit on my island. Ask around who's the finest, it's Ines, your highness. Make you feel away, power in this face, power in this waist. Got this energy, bet you never seen her. I got it, no point in being modest. I'm up, I'm blessed, I'm flawless. My crown don't slip, I got it. I got it, no point in being modest. I'm up, I'm blessed, I'm flawless. My crown don't slip, I got it. You've been around the world. Yeah, you had a whole lot of girls. Never had nothing this trill. Never had nothing this real. I got it. No point in being modest. I'm up, I'm blessed, I'm flawless. My crown don't slip, I got it.
Jamal was digging that one. He said, "It's cool. I would have sold this record to a bigger artist." Okay, I got you. I see you. And Guns gave it the flames. No, it's a nice vibe. I'm trying to think back. What is this? Late '90s, early 2000s when we had this vibe going on in music for a little bit,
Yeah, definitely
especially in
with
hip hop.
artists like Love Hurts, the
Yeah.
artists that Jay had, that type of vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. Grind Hard Never Sleep says nice. Could hear it in the movie when the lead actress comes on camera. Yeah, most definitely. That's a good visual. I can definitely see that. Hey, thank you for tuning in. I see y'all out there on the YouTube and the Facebook. We're bringing this thing to a close. My man Jesse Flores has been dropping gems all night long, and I really appreciate him for stopping through. So, with that said, let's go ahead. The final last word. All right, in the last word, we go around the horn and we kick shouts or say something that we didn't get a chance to say throughout the whole show. Jesse, it's all about you, my friend. What's one more thing that independent artists need to know before you get up out of here?
I would just say, don't give up. This is a business that's super competitive. It's a music business. Be resilient. Be patient. It doesn't happen overnight. Um, Take a lot of the info that we've been talking about this whole show and really take it to heart and try to make a difference in what you're doing. Going forward, so you can see some results. Because when it does happen, when you do have something that goes viral, you got to capitalize on it. So make sure you have that plan in place and everything set up and ready to go for when it is your time to shine.
Tell them one more time how they can get in contact with you, because I'm sure they're going to pause it, write all this information down.
Yeah, you can hit us up on our website, which is interceptmusic.com, or hit us up on IG. The IG handle is at interceptmusicofficial, or you can reach out to me directly via email, jesse.flores@interceptmusic.com.
Thank you. Words of wisdom. That's right. And they said that had a dope groove to it. Yes, it did. JS1, talk to me. What do you think about the video, and what's your last word?
Video was cool. I thought she was cute. You know what I'm saying? I like the theme. I do like the lyrics of the song. I actually like the song. Like I was like, wow. And it was enough to make me go, I want to see what else she got. You know what I mean? And especially since, Mr. Flores said that she's like a premier artist on a label. So I'm assuming they spent more than, a couple of dollars. So I'm interested in seeing where she goes with it. I'm not exactly sure what her genre is or like what her overall, I don't know, like, every artist has a thing. I don't know what her thing is. It doesn't really come off over the screen, except for like I'm a hot girl with an ego, but shout out to her.
And I want to just thank everybody that tuned in tonight. I really appreciate it. Jesse, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for taking time out to rock with us on the Indie Show, my friend.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I had a great time.
Oh, it's all good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting on. We're trying to figure out who won. All right. Now, is it the battle rapper gone classically trained or whatever, singer, songwriter, rapper with his whole album? Is it Miranda being lazy in her bedroom? Or is it the other guy, Precise, that went for a drive? One of these people coming back next week. Who is it? JS1, let us know.
Yo, it's so crazy that all of our whole squad, the whole squad up team, all voted for the same guy. The whole squad. So it don't even really matter what the numbers is, because the squad voted. D Future is the man tonight, man. He is killing it. Man,
What's up?
The whole squad came out. You know what I'm saying?
Is Future with us?
Shout out to Keisha.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, he in there, man. He in there. Shout out to him, man. How you feeling,
Yo, appreciate y'all, man. Glad to get another win under the belt, man.
That's what's up, man. You
next week.
Yeah, man. Hey, salute to everybody that showed love and tapped in and voted, man.
D, man, next week is the week. This is gonna be your third episode. If you get that win, you're gonna be sitting in that same hot seat that Jesse is sitting in. You ready for that?
Absolutely, man. I can't wait. Man.
Since I got you here real quick, do you have a question for Jesse? If there's one thing you could ask Jesse, what would it be?
What I do, what is your take on artists finding other avenues to put their music out, like to where they can make it a physical copy and create revenue that way? Because I've been thinking of an idea where I want to sell my merch with like an exclusive link or tag or QR code on the merch, as kind of like an exclusive club for people that want to purchase the project I'm about to drop.
I think that's a great idea because you're thinking outside the box. You're not doing just the traditional. Okay, here's what people usually release music. Digital format, maybe a CD or whatever. You're thinking of other ways to create more experiences for your super fans. Direct to consumer, and I think you can win with that because if it's exclusive, you'll make a limited amount. You're creating that demand that you want to see, and ideally, you can get to some point where you could price it at a price point that makes sense for you, where you can make some money and keep making more bundles like that. So things like that is a great, I think you're thinking in the right direction as far as how you want to find other revenue streams, but also provide something for your fans that they'd appreciate.
Dope. I appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for rocking with us. I am Mastermind. On the production side is JS1. Makes me look and sound good every week. You see Jesse Flores, our guest of honor. Make sure that you follow him online. Follow Intercept Music as well. Tell him Mastermind sent you. And congratulations once again to D Future. I will see y'all next week. Y'all have a wonderful 7 days until we see you again. Holla.
Have a wonderful evening, Mr. Mastermind. Have a safe trip home.
It's the Indie Show, home for all things indie with Mastermind and JS1 city to city, coast to coast. They doing it Tuesday night, 8 p.m. BVCLife.com, so tune in. Showcasing the hardest indie artists around, spotlighting and hyping entrepreneurial style with a twist. Elevator, bitch. New